You just hear this constant bubble of conversation and laughter because everybody's having such a nice time.
The rabbis call me every day at work. right in the middle of when I'm in important meeting.
You know, everyone is tired on a Monday night after work and fasting, and I was not really supposed to come to this party.
Kind of like a rule, like a law, that when there's an event from Center for Jewish Life, everyone meets up there.
And I came and I see now 400 people smiling, dancing, cocktails everywhere.
It goes on until 1 o'clock in the morning because people don't want to leave.
And there is this guy who comes to me, and you didn't expect that, and that's how I met my husband.
I walked into the main room at the center, and one of the rabbis came up to me and said hello. And at first I was very apprehensive because I didn't know very many people within the Jewish community in London. But one of the rabbis walked up to me and made me feel very welcome and introduced me to a number of people at the event. And so as I became acclimatized to the event and my surroundings, people made me feel very, very welcome.
Since I left South Africa 9 years ago, it hasn't always been easy to find places where I can recreate that sense of home and Yiddishkeit.
Where I come from, Germany, people are usually more distant. Even among the Jews, it's not like to say, hi, how are you doing? But here it was like, hey, so nice to see you, where are you from? And it took maybe 2 minutes, and I was like in a group of like 20 people.
I didn't have my family in London, and quickly I met all these new friends and family.
Throughout my involvement with the people that work at the Center for Jewish Life, I realized that there was no legal forum. And I know that there's a huge number of young Jewish lawyers that work in the city. And I realized that we didn't have a young Jewish law society.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Jewish Life's launch of the Property Club.
For everyone, it's a place to meet like-minded young Jewish professionals.
Also on a personal level, the Center for Jewish Life is organizing events for ladies. The J Ladies event connects Jewish ladies in London.
The rabbis gave me the challenge to organize so far 2 events. One big Friday night dinner, and the other one was the talk of Anne Frank's stepsister. And my task was to get the most Jewish people that I know from my university, but also from other universities.
We had a Holocaust survivor who came, and it was very emotional, and we learned a lot.
After a few years, I've been coming to the Center for Jewish Life regularly. They asked me to think about maybe hosting my own event, like a Shabbat dinner for people in my age.
Our first speaker at our inaugural event was a Court of Appeal judge named Lord Justice Bernard Ricks. He's a very, very well-known judge, being in the position that he's in. And I think it was important that we had a speaker who was both very well recognized and very involved with the Jewish community.
The first Shabbat dinner, we already had like 80 people, and it had such good response that people started to talk to each other. Wow, this is new event, and it's very cool.
We are young Jews, and for us it's, even though maybe we've heard these stories from our grandparents or from our parents, it is still impressive to talk to someone who actually lived the Holocaust.
It's given me a center to which I can go to. And now that I'm involved, and now that I have helped to organize an event, and now that I've helped to create what I hope will be a really great law forum, I've realized that there's been this period of growth, I think, if that's what you can call it, where when I first came, I wasn't involved at all.
So one of the things I'm incredibly thankful to the center for is increasing my family, and it all began with how I met my wife, which was at the center. So she and I met at a French-themed Shabbat dinner.
There was this Purim party. If I remember right, it was a Monday night, and we had the fast of Esther on that day. I was not really supposed to come, and I came, and you know, I didn't expect to meet my husband there.
One thing led to another. We ended up getting married exactly 2 years from the time that we've met.
I'm very grateful. It's been 3 years. I met him. I got married last year, and thanks God, things is going well.
You know, 9 months later, we got another gift from the center. Her name is Sarah, and she's our wonderful Franco-Tunisian Jewish-American princess.
I came here, I had no family. My family lives overseas. I had no community. I became involved, and now I have a family, and now I am involved in the greater Jewish community in London.
For me, Centre of Jewish Life is probably like an oasis in London when it comes to joy inside the Jewish community.
Essentially put me in a position to bring other people to a place that feels like home to me.
The Center for Jewish Life means to me, it means, I would say, marriage, but not only between one man and one woman, marriage between communities. As we learn in Pirkei Avos, who is wise? The one who learns from everyone.